Hello, and welcome to Hyperionism 101. Today, we're going to talk about the unconscious. One of my favorite all time quotes is by the famous psychologist Carl Jung, who said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate." And this statement reflects one of the most important goals in Hyperionism: to shine a light into the darker realms of the mind in order to bring unconscious content forth into consciousness, to gain a greater understanding and awareness of both ourselves and reality, and by doing so, also increase the collective awareness of humanity. So, how do we do this? How can we explore the regions of our mind that we're largely unaware of in order to discover what lies within its depths? First, we need to understand what the unconscious is. You could say that it's the vast sum of mental processes that takes place below the level of conscious awareness. Most of the systems and actions that keeps our bodies going are unconscious. Your heart pumps blood throughout your body, and your digestive system breaks down the food you eat without your conscious awareness. And that's a good thing, isn't it? Can you imagine if we had to consciously direct every aspect of our bodies? We'd be so busy just keeping our avatars going that we wouldn't have time for anything else. Evolution has shaped our development so that we can choose where to put our focus with the conscious mind while leaving the deeply complex functions up to the unconscious. Aside from our physical functionality, the unconscious also holds an immeasurable wealth of personal information, but we'll get into this further in just a moment. First, let's differentiate between the different levels of mind. Sigmund Freud used the helpful visualization of an iceberg for this. We all know that the part we can see above the water is much smaller than what lies underneath. Remember the saying, the tip of the iceberg? Well, the tip represents our consciousness, everything that's in our immediate awareness. And everything submerged below the surface represents the subconscious and unconscious. The subconscious, or preconscious as Freud called it, is right below the surface and contains knowledge, past memories, and processes that can be brought into conscious awareness. When you learn a new skill like playing a musical instrument or driving a car or touch typing, you have to focus on the necessary actions, but once you've mastered the skill, it becomes subconscious. Breathing is an excellent example of a subconscious process because we don't have to think about it, yet we have the ability to take conscious control and can regulate it for positive effect. Underneath the subconscious is the enormous realm of the unconscious. In this area are feelings, memories, thoughts, and urges that are outside of our conscious awareness. We can't access and bring these things into our consciousness the way we can with the contents of our subconscious. Although we aren't consciously aware of elements in our unconscious, these components of our psyche have an immense influence on our thoughts and behavior. In fact, much of the information that resides in our unconscious has the power to present itself to us, although not always in ways we are aware of or understand. A few good examples are intuitions, feelings, and deeply symbolic dreams. The unconscious mind holds a huge amount of personal content, such as our instincts and desires, urges, creativity, and repressed memories that define who we are as individuals, despite that content not being present in our conscious life. When I mentioned that quote by Carl Jung at the beginning of this video, I wanted to make the point that there is an immense amount of work to be done in the difficult journey of coming to know thyself. Each of us has a powerful potential within us that can be tapped into, and the first step to actualizing that potential is diligent self reflection and discovery of the archetypes in our unconscious. These archetypes, known as the shadow, mirror, and power self, are vast reserves of information that, when properly understood and healthily integrated into our conscious lives, will not only help transform ourselves, but also the collective. Our conscious awareness gives us the ability to delve into the complex archetypes of our unconscious psyche in order to discover the portions of ourselves that have been closed off from us. Many of these concepts originated with Carl Jung himself, and he is largely considered the pioneer of psychoanalysis and self awareness. In Hyperionism, we call this process interstar actualization. In this process, we use consciousness as a tool in order to reflect upon and try and understand the hidden and often darker aspects of ourselves. You can find more videos on interstar actualization on Morg's channel, and you can also look forward to more videos on those topics from us in the future. If we put great effort into this undertaking, we can unlock and actualize not only that potential, but also our inner power. Now that we have a better understanding of what the unconscious is and the enormous amount of personal content that resides there, the foundation has been laid for the work we need to do so that we may better understand ourselves in our totality as well as our place in reality, who we are, what we are, and why we are here. Are you aware if you enjoyed this video? If you did, please hit like and subscribe, and consider joining our channel for different perks such as custom emojis and access to secret monthly live streams. You can also give a super thanks donation on videos if you're feeling generous. Thank you for supporting our work, and thanks for watching.